Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Ashraf bin SHAHROL, PID 19191.
Hello, my name is AINA SYAHIRAH binti MAHDZIR. My metric number is PID 19184.
Hello, my name is Sharifah AS-SADIQAH binti Syed Muhammad HISHAM. My metric number is PID 19023.
Hello everyone, my name is NURUL ZAINUDDIN and my metric number is PID 19094.
On January 23, 2020, Malaysia was shocked by the emergence of a dangerous virus called Covid-19. The Ministry of Health of Malaysia received the first of 2 cases in Sabah. There's another in Selangor. After screening, the result was negative. However, the beginning of the virus was June 25, 2020, when Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad confirmed the first case of Covid-19 involving 3 Chinese citizens who entered from Singapore via Johor on January 23, 2020 in Malaysia.
So, and a result of the COVID-19 found, the virus is spreading throughout Malaysia, and on 15 March 2020, a total of the new case is 119 cases were reported positive to COVID-19, bringing the cumulative total to 428 cases. Based on the initial investigation, most of the new cases are related to the Tabligh Assembly cluster at the Sri Petaling Mosque. So, day by day, the number of the case is increasing. More and more deaths, more and more quarantine centers open, and this has complicated the situation of our government to control this virus from being transmitted to the community.
On March 16, 2020, a total of 125 new COVID-19 positive and make the cumulative total increase to 553. And this is of great concern to all Malaysians. At the time of the outbreak, Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin announced that the Movement Control Order MCO for 14 days from March 18 to March 31 was made as an alternative for other use that are becoming more widespread among the people. Because of this, many problems appeared.
Therefore, the purpose of making this video is to study the problems that arise as a result of the MCO announced by the Prime Minister to the people and the impact that occurred on the national economy and society as a result of the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in Malaysia. So, we will explain the impact of the economic crisis faced by the government and society in this quiet season so that the Malaysian economy is declining.
The United Nations World Tourism Organization estimates that the number of international tourists in the world may decrease by 58% to 78% in 2020, resulting in a potential loss of 0.9 to 1.2 trillion in international tourism revenue. If the number of tourists continuously decreases, some of the tourism industry will be forced to shut down due to the unbearable losses and unable to pay workers' salaries. At the same time, other non-essential sectors was also forced to cease their operation during the MCO. For instance, the economic activities in the manufacturing and construction sector was put on hold in order to control the spread of COVID-19 in Malaysia. That is why financial support from the government to the affected sector is important. This is aligned with Keynesian view on government role play during the economic decision.
So, in addition, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the small and medium business sector meet with a great assistance by the community, and the implementation of the MCO directly hindered the movement of the economic activities in various sectors of supply that economic activities move at a slower pace than before. For that reason, it is the community's concern to engage in economic activities for fear of being infected with COVID-19 and will add to the existing problem. Furthermore, during the MCO period meeting in March, many business sectors were affected by declining demand and difficulties in sourcing resources for production. So, including the small and medium enterprise SME sectors, is also has a negative impact on employers who are partially laid off the cost reduction or the company terminates operation. Due to this, many traders are stuck with financial problems, depressed because they cannot pay employers salaries sales are declining, and it does not only involve business, but it also involves mental health. That can cause depression. MCO can prevent the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, but at the same time, it can also stifle economic activities. SMEs are the backbone of the country economy, and they are able to contribute as much as 40% to gross domestic product (GDP), while providing many employment opportunities to the people's our country.
Besides, the economic crisis that occurred in Malaysia due to the COVID-19 pandemic is oil and gas sector. The Malaysia oil and gas market demand in the first half of 2020 was marked with extraordinary events, which have not been witnessed in the industry. The spread of COVID-19 has forced Malaysia issue lockdown order and impose travel restrictions and stay-at-home orders. Restrictions on movement have drastically reduced the usage of automobiles, industrial activity, shipping and transportation. This impact was immediately felt on the Malaysia oil and gas demand. The demand collapse in the Malaysia was estimated to be more than 30% in April 2020. Lack of physical demand for crude oil saw price to collapse quickly. LNG price, which were already under pressure from weak fundamentals, have also fallen further as working from home and caused a sharp decline in the Malaysia electricity usage. From the end of May-June 2020, the lockdown restrictions began to ease and the slow return of the market to normal conditions in the underway. Though lockdown restrictions in the country are ending, the full return of pre-COVID-19 fuel to consumption level has yet to be seen. The Malaysia oil and gas demand is expected to return to 2019 levels only after 2023 or 2024, although yearly recovery is expected based on the availability of the vaccine in the country.
The impacts of COVID-19 on Malaysia's economy can be seen via high unemployment rate and depreciation in Malaysia ringgit against USD. In 2019, the unemployment rate of Malaysia is 3.3%, which means there are 5,800 individuals unemployed. The COVID-19 pandemic has seriously impacted the Malaysian economy. This can be shown by comparing the unemployment rate in Malaysia. In January 2020, the unemployment rate is 3.2%, but there is a continuous increase in the unemployment rate until May 2020 and it reaches 5.3%. This is not a good phenomenon because there is a negative trend in the labor demand. Unemployment may be generally viewed as an economic issue, but its impacts are actually greater than that as it affects mental health, stress level, and consequently an individual's quality of life as well as having an impact of community. Staying employed during economic hard times is one of the most challenging things in life, and when unemployment is prevalent, finding work is doubly difficult. Unemployment is regarded as one of the major disgrace of objective life event that necessitates some social or psychological adjustment on the part of the individual in the sentence literature.
Based on the economic impact that we mentioned earlier, we think that all participants play a role for ensuring that we adopt a healthy lifestyle, and we hope all citizens can abide with the SOP by the government so it can be Malaysia returns to normal and free from virus COVID-19.
That's all from us. Thank you.